The diamond lie. If you want to get married, society tells you that you must spend thousands of dollars on a diamond engagement ring. It is the ultimate symbol of rare, eternal love. But here is the brutal truth. Diamonds are not rare, and the tradition of the diamond engagement ring is entirely fake. It is the most successful marketing scam in human history. Before the 1930s, people proposed with rubies, sapphires, or just plain gold bands. But a massive cartel called De Beers gained control of almost all the diamond mines in the world. They realized they had massive vaults full of these shiny, common rocks, but nobody wanted to buy them. So they hired an advertising agency. They invented the slogan, "A diamond is forever," and paid Hollywood to put diamond rings in every romantic movie. They literally invented a cultural rule that a man must spend 2 months' salary on a rock, completely out of thin air. They hold millions of diamonds in secret vaults to artificially restrict the supply, tricking the global population into paying thousands of dollars for a stone that has almost zero resale value. The tax guessing game. Every single year in the United States, citizens are forced to spend hours calculating their own taxes. You have to fill out confusing forms, dig through receipts, and do complex math, hoping you don't make a mistake and go to prison. But here is the insane part. The government already knows exactly how much you owe them. They have all your employer's data. In most civilized countries, the government just sends you a bill. You look at it, agree, and you are done in 5 minutes. So why doesn't America do this? Because of corporate lobbying. Multi-billion-dollar tax preparation companies like Intuit, the makers of TurboTax, spend millions of dollars every year lobbying politicians to keep the tax code incredibly complicated. They literally bribe the government to stop them from making a free, automated tax system. Why? Because if taxes were easy, you wouldn't be forced to pay TurboTax $100 to do the math for you. The Eyeglass Monopoly. If you have bad eyesight, you walk into a store and buy a pair of designer glasses. The price tag says $300. You think you are paying a premium for high-quality Italian design or advanced lens technology. You aren't. You are paying for a massive, invisible monopoly. Almost every single major brand of glasses in the world, Ray-Ban, Oakley, Chanel, Prada, Versace, are all secretly owned by one single massive Italian corporation called Luxottica. And it doesn't stop there. They also own the stores that sell the glasses, like LensCrafters and Sunglass Hut. They even own the vision insurance companies. Because one company owns the brands, the retail stores, and the insurance, there is absolutely zero real competition. They can take a few pieces of molded plastic and a basic glass lens that costs them maybe $10 to manufacture, and artificially mark it up by over 1,000%. They have completely monopolized the human right to see clearly, forcing half the population to pay luxury prices for basic medical necessity. The credit score illusion. If you want to buy a house, lease a car, or even rent an apartment, your entire worth as a human being is judged by a 3-digit number, your credit score. Society treats this number like an ancient, undeniable law of physics. But it is actually a completely modern invention designed to keep you in debt. The FICO credit score system didn't even exist until 1989. Before that, you just talked to a banker, showed them you had a job, and they gave you a loan based on your character. But the modern credit score isn't a measure of your financial health. It is a measure of how profitable you are to banks. If you pay for everything in cash and have zero debt, your credit score will actually drop. The algorithm actively punishes you for being financially independent. To get a perfect score, you are forced to constantly borrow money, use credit cards, and stay trapped in the corporate lending system. They invented a psychological game where the only way to win is to owe them money forever. The expiration date myth. You open your fridge and grab a carton of milk or a box of cereal. You look at the printed date. It says it expired yesterday. So you immediately throw the food directly into the trash can. You think you are protecting yourself from deadly bacteria. But in reality, you are falling for the expiration date myth. Those printed dates on your food are not federally regulated safety warnings. They are entirely made up by the manufacturer. Terms like best by, sell by, or use by are not indicators that the food is dangerous or toxic. They are simply the manufacturer's wild guess on when the product will be at its absolute peak flavor. Food corporations intentionally use confusing language because they know it triggers your survival instincts. When you panic and throw away perfectly safe, edible food just because a printed calendar date passed, what do you have to do? You have to go back to the grocery store and buy it again. They are literally tricking you into throwing away your own money. The ghost job market. You are looking for a new job. You spend hours perfectly tailoring your resume and writing a cover letter. You apply to 20 different open positions online, and you hear absolutely nothing back. Complete silence. You think your resume is terrible or you aren't qualified. Stop blaming yourself. A massive percentage of those job listings are completely fake. They are called ghost jobs. Modern corporations constantly post job openings on LinkedIn, and Indeed that they have absolutely zero intention of ever filling. Why? Because keeping a fake job posting active makes the company look highly successful and rapidly growing to their investors. It also pacifies their current overworked employees, making them believe that help is on the way. The HR departments just collect thousands of resumes into a massive digital black hole to build a database for the future. You are spending hours of your precious life doing free administrative labor, applying for a position that literally does not exist, just so a corporation can manipulate its stock price.